I took the big risk this morning and I put WatchOS 6 on my Apple Watch Series 1. Laggy, but I get the new features. Let's roll. What is up, party people? On June 3rd at WWDC 19, Apple unveiled all the latest features for WatchOS 6, and now the first developer beta has been released to all 4 of the supported Apple Watch models except for the first one. So Series 1 all the way to Series 4, and the upcoming Series 5 is all supported in WatchOS 6. And let's get into all the latest and greatest features, and I really think WatchOS 6 takes a huge step to the Apple Watch being its very own device, completely different and away from the iPhone. It's not going to depend on it anymore, especially if you have that LTE option. The Apple Watch is its own thing. And getting to our first feature of WatchOS 6, this one is built directly into Siri, and it's been a year in the coming because just a year ago, Apple bought the music identifying algorithm Shazam, and now if you want to know what a song is playing in the ambient sound environment, the microphone is going to pick it up, and all you have to say is, "What song is this?" and Siri should be able to tell you what song it is, thanks to the music identifying algorithm Shazam. And I don't even need the standalone Shazam app anymore. Convenient. I like it. This is similar to the Google Pixel 2 feature and Google Pixel 3 feature. I like it. And getting to our second feature, this was something that I've been a little bit confused by in the past software versions, because in the past, WatchOS 3, 4, 5, the only watch face that had the time play out through the speakers, and that was the Mickey Mouse and the Minnie Mouse watch faces, and they both said, "Oh, it is 3:53, blah, blah, blah.
It's 5:03.
And I was always confused, like, why don't these other watch faces play the time through the speakers? Well, now in WatchOS 6, that's another feature, and also the watch is going to give a little bit of some taptic feedback or a little chime at the top of every hour. So let's say it's 2:59 and it turns to 3 o'clock, it's going to give you a little chime if you turn on that feature in settings, of course.
5:02 p.m.
And ticking on to the next feature, we have another feature found within Siri. I couldn't get this software feature to work on my Series 1. Remember, the Series 1 is kind of like 5 years old now, so the processor is super old and the whole software is just kind of buggy. But anyways, now with Siri, if you tell Siri to search up something, let's search up the top 10 places to go to in Miami, it's going to give you actual web results. Remember, I couldn't see it on my own Apple Watch, but I'm sure if you have a Series 4, it's going to be perfectly fine with that huge display. And another thing that you would have had to go to your phone for in WatchOS 5, you can now do natively on the watch in WatchOS 6, and that's Animoji and Memoji stickers. This is a huge thing in iOS 13. Everyone is getting Memoji stickers, and these are just stickers of your Memoji face doing a bunch of actions like crying, like thumbs up, thumbs down, crying, sad, shocked, every single expression. It's like Bitmoji if you're familiar with that app, but just Memoji stickers and Animoji stickers, because why not? We're in 2019. Let's spice it up with some stickers. And now we arrive to a little feature I like to say long-term activity tracking, and when Apple announced this at WWDC on June 3rd, I was actually surprised because this wasn't rumored at all, but this just makes perfect sense, because let's say you have the long-term goals of, let's say, losing some weight or picking up your speed for a 1-mile run, you're going to be able to track that down over the long term, let's say your calories or workout minutes over the long term with the activity app on your iPhone. And this just makes sense because activity is great for day to day, but now it's going long term, baby. Long term in WatchOS 6. And another whole pack of features that I just seem to be missing out on the Series 1, and that's all the new watch faces. The only new watch face that I have on my Series 1 in this Developer 1 beta, and that's the numerals watch face, which is just kind of like another take on the extra large watch face that's displaying the time. But what I don't have is the California watch face, the sundial one, the gradient one, the new infographic one. So those are going to be found on the Series 4, while the Series 1 just has this numeral watch face, which is cool and all and has a bunch of these different options, but I'm missing out on some. And now we get to the portion of the video that really reiterates my point that the watch is becoming its very own device. And this just makes me so happy because like with the iPad receiving iPad OS and the watch receiving WatchOS 6, they're becoming with devices with a true purpose. And this first app, the Noise app, is just embarking on the whole journey that the Apple Watch is to track your health. And what's a great way other than tracking your hearing health? And I was mind blown when Apple unveiled this at WWDC because I was like, when do I ever care about my hearing or how loud the environment is to maybe damage my long-term hearing? And this is now going to detect through the microphone how loud the decibel environment is, whether you're at a sporting event or a concert.
This is the new noise complication, which tells me how loud it is in here. It's pretty quiet. Let's make some noise and see how this works. Amazing. Thank you. That's great.
And I just can't wait until I'm out at a loud NFL game with the crowd roaring on 3rd and 10. Whoa! Oh, let's go. Come on, defense. And then all of a sudden the Apple Watch hits me with that notification saying, oh, you probably want to head inside because your environment is too loud. I mean, I understand the noise feature for sure, and I'm for sure going to use it. It's just going to be funny at those times where you kind of want the environment to be loud, such as a concert or a sporting event. And the next new health tracking app is not made for me, at least for 50% of the world, but for the other 50% of the women population in the world. They have their very own menstrual tracking app to track their fertility and their periods and all their pain. It's a wonderfully designed app, and if I was a woman, I would be very glad to see that I could track what's happening to my body when. Yeah, this is an awkward subject for sure. And this next app is a big one, and that's the Apple Watch App Store now natively on the Apple Watch. You no longer have to go to your iPhone to download an app on the iPhone first and then download an app on the Apple Watch. Now with the Apple Watch App Store, you could just download an app on the Apple Watch and it will have no data sharing to, let's say, an iPhone app that doesn't need to exist now. And that's great. So if you just want to buy the Colgate app for tracking your brushing your teeth time, you could search that up on the Apple Watch App Store. And this just makes finding apps so more convenient and makes it more of a standalone device. And these next set of apps, I'm not going to explain them in detail because if you have an iPhone, you're very familiar with these apps. One of them is voice memos, and this is especially important on the Apple Watch because you could track and just take audio notes instead of a dedicated notes app, which we still don't have on the Apple Watch. You could just take audio notes such as, I have to eat at 3 o'clock today. And the next one is audiobooks. I don't have any audiobooks right now because I don't really listen to books. I'd rather just read them. But anyways, if you have an audiobook, you can listen to it straight from the app. Now there is a calculator app. So this morning, as soon as I got the update, I deleted my third-party calculator. And honestly, this Apple calculator is going to be all of those unless they put a little software update, because you can now calculate the tip if you go to a American restaurant, and you could split that calculated tip in between people and also put up or put down the percentage. Very smart, and I did not see that coming in a Apple Watch calculator app. And the last Apple Watch app that has been transferred from the iPhone to the Apple Watch, and that's the Reminders app, and it's got that brand new iOS 13 Reminders app design, so you can make your own list and just track it for the future or track it for now. Just very simple, very intuitive. All these apps should have been on the watch a long time ago, but they're finally here, and I can't complain anymore. And also, a side note, there's more complications, but since I don't have an Apple Watch Series 4, I can only really show you the wind and the rain complications. Sorry for no cellular connectivity or maybe the noise decibel levels. But anyways, more complications for all of your watch faces. And for our last bullet point in WatchOS 6, this might not even be a feature at all. I've been searching this up on Google or Twitter to see if anyone else has experienced this new app, and this is a new Now Playing app. And if this isn't even a new app, I know there's a new icon because I've never seen this icon before. But plain and simply, this Now Playing app allows you to control the music or volume on your phone or the Apple HomePod and just skip or previous tracks, or just simply just put up or put down the audio. So for my first impressions with WatchOS 6 Developer Beta 1, I completely do not recommend this one if you have an Apple Watch Series 1 or Series 2 because it is super laggy and I cannot wait to see my battery life die within the first 3 hours. But anyways, just don't get it if you have a Series 1 or Series 2. If you have a Series 3 or Series 4, you could probably get by with all this new software and bugs. There's a ton of bugs in this thing. But anyways, the WatchOS 6 is amazing. I cannot wait to use this on my Series 4, which I'm going to get very, very soon. I'm so excited for my Series 4. Ooh, with that huge display, and I could just calculate all my tips whenever I go out to my restaurant. Yes! But WatchOS 6 is great. It's really making the Apple Watch its very, very own device. And I'm not going to be surprised if you could connect this with maybe an Android phone or just set this up by itself, let's say kind of like an iPod Touch for kids in the near future. Because this is really becoming a mini iPhone just with a smaller display. But that is all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my first impressions of WatchOS 6, giving you all the latest and greatest features. Make sure you bless it. Peace out.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, that's a bird song. It's actually a robin captured in Apple Park. I mean, it was recorded in Apple Park.